Dear friends, in today's class, we are going to discuss the remaining function prototype that is left behind in the previous class. In previous class, we discussed the prototypes of without argument without return, without argument with return. Rest two prototype we have to discuss today, followed by recursive function or recursion. Let first comes to with argument without return, means when argument pass from calling module to called module but no value returns, that is known as your with argument and without return. Here pass is a user defined function, 100 is the parameter or the argument to be passed, means with argument. The 100 will be stored in x variable because one argument is passed and one data type integer is passed, means the type and size of the calling module must be equivalent to the type and size of the called module, means one integer, that is integer type, that has to be received in int and the variable is x, and the return type is void is why because no value will return from called block to the calling block, and that value received and any type of calculation to be made, we displayed it, means the concept is with argument and without return. We will run it. Moves to your editor. As I have previously written the code, just you copy this code, moves to your online compiler and try to run it. I pass the value 100, that will be received in x and the x will display here. Run it and you will be getting the result as expected, that is 100, means argument passed but no value returns. The next is with argument and with return, means argument is passed as well as the value returns. Here 100 and 200, two arguments are passed and the user defined function is passed. Why y is written? Because what the value will return from here will stored in y and we have to access y. 100 is stored in the variable a, 200 is stored in the variable b, function name in both the modules same. How many argument passed? That much number of argument to be received. Which type of argument is passed? That type of argument is received. Why the returning value of a function is integer? Because one integer value will return. A plus b means 100 plus 200, 300 will return here and that will be stored in the variable y and we have to access y. Means you pass the value, you return the value. The concept is known as your with argument, with return. Any function program will be solved by these four prototypes what we have discussed. Let run this program. Moves to your online compiler and run this program as required. Just you open the compiler, start writing or copy it. As you pass the value, receive the value, return the value. If you run the program, you will be getting the desired result, 100 plus 200, that is your 300. So fourth function prototype is being discussed: without argument without return, without argument with return, with argument without return, with argument with return. Then comes to recursion. What is recursion? Remember, any repetition of task in real life can be solved in two ways. One is recursive approach, one is non-recursive approach. Non-recursive approach is the looping technique that we have discussed, while, do, while and for. But excluding looping, if you want to solve any problem that needs repetition of task, that is known as your recursion. Loop will be not used in recursion. If else condition you can give, but looping will not use. Means any repetition task can be performed in two ways. One is recursive approach, one is non-recursive approach. Means function calling itself, means the calling block and called block will be in the same function block, that is known as your recursion. See here, suppose you have written void function name. As there is no semicolon, this is called block because block of statement to be written here. And if within this called block, if your calling block is written, suppose function name and semicolon, that is known as your recursion because the definition tends calling block and called block will be in the same function block is known as your recursion. Just you see another skeleton of recursion. Suppose this is void main function and the function name, this is calling block. Here the function goes to here, that is your called block, because there is no semicolon. And here function name and this function name, this is called block, this is calling block, is written in the same function block, and hence it is known as your recursion. Means for making repetition of task, we take the help of your recursion. Let I explain it with an example. Suppose you want to display hello message infinite times on the screen. That does not mean recursion is used for infinite loop. We will be make it finite. Now we want to show you how repetition of task is made without loop. See, program execution starts from open curly bracket of main function, hello displayed main function. This is calling module, as semicolon is here. This is no semicolon, this is a called block. Main function again moves to here, again hello, it will be infinite loop, because compiler does not read the close curly bracket of main function, and hence hello will display infinite times on the screen. Hence repetition of task is made. No loop is used. Let's see and run the program. We move to our online compiler and start running this program to see either the repetition of task is made or not. Moves to the online compiler, write the code or copy it, then start running. See, the hello message will display infinite times on the screen, and hence repetition of task is made. Comes to the next program. I want to display the number from 1 to 10, but I have not to use the loop. How recursion work? See, any function or any variable declared before the main function, that is known as your global variable. Here you see int x equal to 1, before declaring main function is written, it is global, means it can be accessed inside any function block, and hence it is a global, because before main function that is global, and within the main function or any function block the variable is declared, that is known as your local. Here pass is a user defined function, this is calling block, it is search for the called block. Now pass is written here, as the function will not return any value, hence the return type is void. What is the value of x previously? That is your 1. 1 is equal to 11, no, else part will come. 1 display, x incremented by 1 becomes 2. Now the pass function, this is calling block, this is called block. Function, calling block and called block is written in the same function block, and hence it is a recursion. Again pass moves to here, tests, last value of x was 2. 2 is 11, no, 2 displays, x incremented 3. Again pass function call, 3 is equal to 11, no, 3 display, x incremented by 1, 4. Like this it continue till 10. When x becomes 11, 11 equal to 11, yes, exit 1. Exit in some compiler exit only written, or in some advanced compiler you have to write either exit 1 or exit 0. Exit means the program terminate. Till then our repetition of task is made and we display the value from 1 to 10. Can the loop is used? No. The function calling itself is known as your recursion. Now if you want to run this program, again move to your online compiler. Just you copy or write this set of code, moves to your online compiler and start running the program. See, 1 to 10 is a display. Suppose I want to display 1 to 20, only one condition to be changed here. No loop is used, but the repetition of task is made. The output will be displayed from 1 to 20. In this way, we discuss how recursion works. Few more problems related to the recursion and function prototype we will be giving in the next class. And in the next class, we have to discuss the function call, which belongs to call by value and call by reference. Followed by, we will be giving some problems related to the entire function chapter. In the next class, we are trying to finishing the function, and in the next most class, we have to provide the solution of the previous problem what is left behind. And I think today's session is essential to you. You understand it. Having any doubt, please make the comments. Those who have not subscribed, kindly make the subscription, and those who like the video, please like it. Thank you. See you in the next class.